Today is Friday. Welcome to the Weight Loss Diaries. I'm Denise, I'm your Friday vlogger. And the topic of the week is affirmations. Do you use them, and what is your favorite? And I do use affirmations, although not as diligently as I probably should. I think they work, and I think it's they're fun, and they like give backbone to your goals, basically. And one of the things that I say a lot is, as you think, so shall you be. I say that a lot because I think that we create who we are in our minds way before it happens physically. And I think that if you think of yourself a certain way, you eventually become that. So if you're constantly thinking of yourself as fat and lazy and, whatever other negative thing that you're always saying inside yourself, then that is essentially what you become. So as you think of yourself, so shall you be. You become it. So I like to try to remember to think of myself in more real terms. Not the critical side of me that's always criticizing myself, but more the side that is accomplished, the good qualities that I have, the things I know I'm capable of. I try to listen to that. Especially in terms of weight loss, but I use it in all areas of my life. Some of the other things that I do is when I am working out consistently and I'm working out hard, especially when I weight train, because weight training is not, it's easier for me to do cardio than it is weight training. Although I like it, it's just when it gets tough, I'm like, oh, this is too hard, I want to stop. And instead I say to myself, I just say it internally to myself, dig deep. Dig deep, and I reach further for more stamina or one more rep or as many reps as I can pull out, because I've just, for some reason, that gives me strength. Dig deep. I think to myself, just dig deeper, like I have it down in there and I have to reach down and just grab it and use it. That works for me too, and I don't know why. It's just something that I've always, I think it comes from Body for Life, that program Body for Life. I think that they tell you there that when you think you're working hard, you got to work even harder. You got to dig deeper. And sure enough, it's there. You don't think to do it because you think, oh, it's tough, I'm done. But really, you can do more. And there was another one that I had written down that I don't have memorized because I had started to use it when I started Weight Watchers. And now I can't remember what it was. So I have to skip that one because I can't think of what it was. And obviously I never used it very much. But it was good. Whatever it was, I remember liking it a lot. And then I read something in this book that I'm reading. I don't know if anyone's read this, Pulling Your Own Strings by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I think somebody mentioned that they read Dyer a lot on the diaries. And so I thought that was interesting because I read him too. Or I'm starting to. Anyway, this is the first book I've read of his. But there was a quote in here, and I should have marked the page before I started this, that I found interesting. Is this it? It's kind of like an affirmation. And it says, and it's by Sir Thomas Fowell Buxton, and it says, I hold to a doctrine to which I owe not much, but all the little I ever had, namely, that with ordinary talent and extraordinary perseverance, all things are attainable. It's kind of a roundabout way of saying dig deep. But I liked it. And then there was another quote that, I think it was a quote by someone that he put in here. Oh, this is cool. This talks about there is no one way to do anything. And I love this in terms of weight loss because we are all on different programs, and what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another person. And so this little quote is Friedrich Nietzsche. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Nietzsche. Everybody knows Nietzsche, or some people do. Once said, this is my way. What is your way? The way doesn't exist. There is no one way. There is no the way. The way to weight loss is. It's either my way and your way. There isn't just one way. I love that because I think that's so true. Everybody is different. There is no way that one size fits all. Just not possible. The difference between perseverance and obstinacy is that one often comes from a strong will and the other from a strong won't. So anyway, that's my little take on affirmations. I'm down. I don't remember what I weighed before, but I know I lost weight. I'm not really keeping very good track right now because I'm just trying to tweak my habits. So the breakfast thing is going really well. Having oatmeal almost every morning for breakfast with bee pollen, some flaxseed ground up, and wheat germ. And I'm not sure about the wheat germ. I don't know about the bee pollen, actually. They say that if you have an allergic reaction to the pollen, that it could be that you're allergic to, bees, basically. I've never been allergic to bees necessarily, but I've been having horrendous allergies ever since I started doing this. And I'm not sure if it's because my system's clearing out, so all this stuff is being let loose, or if it's an allergic reaction to the bee pollen. So I'm kind of experimenting with that to see. But they also say that if you continue with the bee pollen, if you do have allergies, that you will gain an immunity to it. So I have some left. I'm going to keep using it, but I'm going to experiment with it a little bit and take it every other day instead of every day and see how that works. The next thing that I have to tackle is lunch. While I have been eating my lunch and dinner consciously, my portions are still too big. So I'm trying to work on the portion sizes right now, just with lunch. Breakfast is a no-brainer because I don't know about you, but I can't OD on oatmeal. I just can't. It's not my favorite food. It's good, and I like what it does for me, but it's not like a trigger food. I love this clean eating thing as far as trigger foods go because it just doesn't prompt me to want to snack. I'm full when I'm had a modest size, portion size, and I'm perfectly happy with it, and I don't crave anything. So it isn't until I start eating at lunchtime that I notice in the afternoon I want something to snack, and it's probably because I'm not eating totally clean at lunch yet. So that's my next goal. Was going to join the gym last week, and we were short on rent. It's always money. I need to make that a priority because I need to get my butt down there. So next check we're paying the deposit on our reception site for the wedding, but I'm still going to squish out what I need to join the gym. Those two things have to happen out of that check, and that's my big check, so I think it'll work out okay. But so I haven't joined the gym yet. I need to, when I get done with this, I'm doing a workout anyway at home to my step videos. But that doesn't include the weight training and more consistent. I think I'll be more consistent going Monday through Friday, every day, 5 days a week cardio and 3 days of weight training. And I'm just sort of making it up as I go, and I kind of like this. I really like this. I'm creating my own system. I'm creating my own way of eating. I'm looking at it through a whole different lens. Learning a lot along the way, reading a lot of information, and just kind of listening to my body.